Good morning and welcome to DDM Morning Show, your platform for analysis of trending stories in Nigeria and beyond. My name is Tosh Raphael, your host. Now, today is Thursday, and here are the stories for you. Nigeria's unmanned booth at the Tokyo International Conference on Africa's Development sparks outrage and embarrassment. Now, we shall talk about the 2027 ADC Youths Dare Tinubu. Even with Onanga and INEC, you will fall hard, they said. And finally, we shall speak of Wike in Spotlight, $2 million Florida mansion hidden in families' names. So these are interesting stories, and we shall dissect each of them. Now let us take it away immediately. The 9th Tokyo International Conference on Africa's Development, otherwise known as the TICAD9, supposed to be held from August the 20th to 22, 2025 in Yokohama, Japan, became the stage for an embarrassing diplomatic and public relations incident involving Nigeria. But despite Nigeria being represented at the summit by President Bola Tinubu and a sizable delegation, the country's exhibition booth was found completely unmanned and unattended on the event's opening day on August 20th. And this has stirred significant outrage both among attendees and Nigerians following the event. The exhibition booths at the TICAD serve as critical platforms for participating countries to engage potential investors, showcase their economic opportunities, and foster trade and diplomatic relations. Now, unlike other African nations such as Cape Verde, Lesotho, Cameroon, Togo, Senegal, and Sierra Leone, whose booths were actively staffed and bustling with visitors, Nigeria's booths stood deserted. Idris Ayodeji Bello, a Nigerian private citizen and co-founder of Weno Innovation Hub, took to social media to voice his dismay over the unattended booth. Dressed in Nigerian regalia, Bello claimed to have informally assumed the role of honorary consul, fielding questions from curious visitors about Nigeria's economic sectors: investment, climate, agriculture, manufacturing, and more. Now, encouraged by Nigerian investor Dr. Ola Brown, who later joined him, they engaged academics, business owners, and NGOs, attempting to fill the glaring void left by official representatives. Now, this incident quickly became a trending topic on social media, with many Nigerians expressing shame and frustration at the absence of formal staff, especially given the significance of the event and Nigeria's role as Africa's largest economy. In response, Nigeria's Ministry of Foreign Affairs issued a statement clarifying that the booth had not yet been officially opened and was scheduled to be inaugurated on August 21st, the second day of the summit. Now, the ministry emphasized that it is common practice at international events for booths to open on different days and cited precedents like the Dubai and Doha expos for similar protocols. Now, despite the official explanation, criticisms persisted, pointing out the optics of a major African power with an empty booth, while smaller economies had fully staffed and decorated stands. All right. It's a due process. At this event, Nigeria does not cease to amaze us both nationally and internationally. Nigeria has become a substance of ridicule outside the world. Why is it so? But do you think that the explanation given by the Nigerian government, holds any water?
Yes, good morning, Mr. Raphael and listeners out there. The situation in the TICAD event is not unexpected. When you have a government in place that is not ready for governance, such things are bound to happen, and they have taken the shame to the international scene, where they are expected to showcase Nigeria's in-depth resources, business opportunities, youthful population that are available for aggressive development, manpower source for intending entrepreneurs and all that. They fail to be available, only for them to build up excuses that they are waiting for the second day. If you are waiting for the second day, you should have waited until the second day before you arrive. But for you to be in Japan ahead of the event, then you say you are waiting for the second day. What does that portray? It's another round of shenanigans that have been taken to the international scene, and they are rather interested in the photo ops, taking shoots up and down instead of concentrating on the essence of being in Japan for the event. And it's a shame. This is not an event that should attract the visitation of the sitting president that is serious about governance in his country, a country like Nigeria that is failing. This is supposed to be the responsibility of Minister of Foreign Affairs, Minister of Trade, Commerce and Industry. They are the ones who are expected to saddle with this responsibility. But here we have a jobless, idle president that feel he should lead such entourage and be there in person. He is there in person, yes, but what's the effect? There's nothing to write home about. It's just another waste of scarce resources. And I don't expect anything new from them. They are good in propaganda. Today now you see what they go and shop here and there to make up that place and make it look like they're doing something, whereas in the essence they are doing nothing. And again, I expected that Nigerians should have gone there with massive culture, tradition, gone there with the samples of different mineral resources and attract investors to come and set up refining companies here in Nigeria, not just to come and take away the raw mineral resources. Like Burkina Faso, for instance, Burkina Faso already have a center that refine their gold. Preserve it. And that should be the thinking of the average African country, not to even talk about the giant of Africa that we are fondly called. So it's a cross embarrassment for the generality of Nigerians. And it goes on to tell the negative impact of having good governance. When the head is rotten, the body is just useless. So that's what's happening to Nigeria at the moment.
But what role should private sector actors and maybe civil society play in complementing or, replacing the vacuum left by the government? Because what that man did, that Nigerian did, was significant, and this attracted outrage from Nigerian embassy, which wasn't supposed to be, because Nigerian government is fond of leaving a vacuum of governance, which sometimes are filled by private individuals, and when this happens, they become agitated. I don't know why. Why do you think so?
Yes, the people in governance that are supposed to provide governance, leadership, direction, they are not doing that. They are rather interested in politics and politics. Travel across the street of Abuja, you see all around pictures of Bola Ahmed Tinubu 2027. That is politics. For an incumbent to take charge of anticipating for the next next cycle of election, there is not just today, 4 years, immediately in March, and he entered Absol. Those pictures are already there until date, they are there all over the FCT. I'm just using that as a prelude because the people he has surrounded himself with are those who are rather interested in politics, not in governance. And if private individual, like you say, should take up such initiative, who know that there will be vacuum, right? It's just that the guy visited, thinking maybe he could meet someone there and he met it empty. And if private individuals are to take up this type of initiative and they are right there and they are being chased away by the government officials, who will be responsible for the loss? It takes a lot of resources to mobilize such private individuals, private entrepreneurs to just go there on their own. Besides, there are protocols. You don't just go and take charge of country goods without official permission to do that. It's because there was a vacuum. That's why the guy in question was able to do that. So there's a lot of ungoverned spaces in this country, and that is just a reflection of what has been happening in Nigeria. Many sectors, many parts of this country lack governance. So that is a reflection of the generality of Bola Tinubu's administration. There are a lot of ungoverned spaces. There are a lot of spaces where there is no direction, no policy direction, no policy framework in place. Because those that are expected to provide the policy direction are busy with politics. They are busy with Twitter banters up and down, Twitter propaganda. And you will see, just yesterday I read that they are not sanctioning social media accounts. I think over 1,000 plus
Yes,
of them so far been
yes,
sanctioned.
I saw the I saw the headline.
So government should be interested about governance, not about propaganda. Recently, they held a summit, right? Social media summit, where they arranged these young, vibrant Nigerians, in the villa, only to tell them on how to counter narrative on social media. These are people that could be very used for building the country, but you are building bigotry and all forms of propaganda. You're not training them. It's a shame.
All right, thank you very much. Mr. Ibrahim, do you have any comments on this?
All right, I'll never lack comments. My comments regarding what he said, I think I am more interested in the lack of governance in Nigeria. Our government has failed us and leadership has eluded us, not only in Nigeria, but in Africa generally. And the visual manifestation of it is all these unfortunate things that are happening in the country on a daily basis. It has become a routine in Nigeria that we don't hear good news. We often hear bad news in the country. And these people have surrounded themselves with yes men for self-aggrandizement. They don't want people like you and me that will challenge them. Definitely, they like people that will just answer. You can see it in the National Assembly, the Senate President, and the Speaker saying, on your mandate we stand. Olusegun Obasanjo rightly said, in Nigeria, once the politicians win election, they are not thinking about the next generation. They're thinking about the next election, rather. And it is so sad, so unfortunate of us, most especially the younger ones. And it is high time for us to stand up and know that we don't have any other country other than Nigeria. Nigeria is our only heritage, and building Nigeria should be our utmost priority. All these leaders, I believe, they will not repeat the years they spend on this planet Earth. We're the one that potentially we will spend the years we have spent already on this planet Earth. That means the country is ours. And I used to think sometimes that we will be elders tomorrow. And what do we have to tell what will we tell our children when they ask us, when this country has been going through this moment of darkness, what have you done? So what will be our answer? That's the question that keep on lingering in my mind. So we don't have any option than to stand with Nigeria at this critical time and fight for Nigeria. Do it with every means possible. Thank you.
All right, we don't have any means. We have no choice but to fight for Nigeria, fight for our country, even beyond the shores, beyond the borders of this country. And that is what Bello and the other guy did yesterday. So, but this points to a broader issue here. And this is telling, especially our leaders, to project a sense of accountability. because that is exactly what was demonstrated yesterday, that vacuum, that lacuna, which was supposed to be filled by the government, was filled by private citizens. All right, Mr. Ibrahim, DDM news analyst, and Mr. Due Process, thanks for your time and contribution. Now, viewers, thank you for watching. If you love this show, do not hesitate to hit the like button on our YouTube channel. Make your comments on the topics we have discussed, share this video, and subscribe to DDM TV for more stories. We're still coming again tomorrow for another exciting edition. I am Tochku Raphael. See you next time. Bye-bye.